In this video, I'm doing a commentary on a backgammon bot versus bot match. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoy this video. Please like and subscribe, and you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. Let me know what you think in the comments below, what you'd like to see in future videos so I can work on that. I appreciate your super thanks. These small donations help me continue to create the high quality content that you enjoy. And with the membership feature, you can get exclusive access to the most popular videos. My book, Backgammon Backgame Strategies, is available. There's a link in the description to where you can get it. And if you're interested in lessons, please contact me via email. My email address is also in the description. Again, this is a backgammon bot versus bot video where I have XG play against itself, and it's great for learning. They say if you want to learn, you should watch the best players, and XG is the best player in the world, and we can learn a lot from that. So that's what we do. Watch them play the match, and then we'll analyze it. We're playing on a beautiful black talkie board. The XG board is made by Rain. He makes beautiful XG boards. There's a link in the description to where you can get them. The turquoise blue checkers are at the bottom, and the red are at the top, bearing off on the right. And here we go. 4-1. Standard makes the 4-point. I'm sorry, 4-2. Now with the 3-1. Make the 5-point. 6-4. So now you can run, being ahead in the race. Looking for a 2, doesn't get it. Supposed to bring one down there. You don't make the 3-point with the 5-3. Double 6 is good. Comes out, down, and makes the bar point. Now, if he's missed, he may be able to double. Splits. Thinking about it. Does double. Pass. Okay. Another opening 4-2. Now it's 1-0 to 3, 2 away, 3 away. 6-1 makes the bar point. And now it's 6-5. Can't play from the back, so brings 2 checkers down. Looking for a 6. Hits with the 6-2. Hits and continues, so we don't give a good 6 from the bar. 5-4 is able to either hit or anchor. Decides to anchor, given the score. 4-3 steps up and safeties to the midpoint. 5-3 will hit. Now he's looking for a 5, 4-3, doesn't get it, comes in with a 3 and comes out looking for a 6 or a 1 to hit, gets both, hits with the 6 and covers to make the rack. 4, 5, and 6 points. Red dances with a 5-4. Now a 2-1 will cover and come down. 6-3, great roll. Now 2 or 6-5 or a double 1, double 6. Okay, so 2 will come out in there. Still blue is ahead by a lot. Just needs to get the back checker out. 6-4 does it. Okay, so that was probably a market loser. Up by 27 pips, now 21 pips. Double. Pass. So now it's the Crawford game. 6-5 runs with a lover's leap. Counter 6-5, another 6-5. 5-2. All right, 6-3 is awkward. Going to bring 2 down. 6 hits, and the 1 will move 11 to 10. Now the 3-2 can come in and hit back. Looking for a 7, doesn't get it. Gets the 5-1, comes in and down. 5-1 will cover. 4-2 will make the 4-point, unstacking the heavy 6 and 8 points. The double 2 plays like that to block 6-4. 6-2 comes out. 6-2 again, hits. 5-3 comes in with the 5. All right, 6-1 is a good roll. That was a good number anyway. So now double 3, 2, 3, 4 hits, looking for the 3 dances. 6-4 is going to come around. 2-1, come in and hit. 6-1 hits, and then it'll come out. 3-1, 1, and then probably hit. Yeah, there you go. 4-2, the 2 is forced. Trying to make a counter prime. 6-3 pops out. Great roll for red. Now 4-1, we'll start to prepare the board. Could have made the 5-point. Now 3-2 is going to try to bring things in, make the 2-point. 5-1 will cover. 6-2 doesn't want to slot, doesn't want to leave any shot. I might have left that shot on the 8-point. 2-1. This is on the expert level, so it's not perfect. 6-2 should probably come out with one of them. Doesn't want to be attacked. 5-1 clears a 6-point. Now that's 6-3, the 6 is forced, and these gammon losses don't matter too much. 2-1 can point on head. Just bearing off. Double 3, that leaves a shot. 3-2 doesn't hit. It's going to come out trying to get the gammon, which gains about 1% match winning chances. It's an underdog to save the gammon. All right, now 5-4. DMP, double match point. This is where you hit loose. 3-2 will come in and hit again. 4-3 hits again, double 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4 makes the 5 point. 4-1 will hit and cover the 5 point. 4-2 will hit twice. Now 5-3-1. Okay, so now blue's in a good position, going to come around and cover. Very good. So now makes the 1-3 formation. We'll come down and spread things out. We'll make the 18 point and the 7 point. 5-1 will probably just safety that checker. Blue's up by a lot. 4-2, probably make the 2 point. There you go. Double 4 has to stay back. Double 1, maybe bring all 4 down. Yeah, just like that. 5-2 can slot the 2 point. Double 3 just moves a little closer, but the other option would have been to come in all the way to the 6 point, because now those checkers are at the awkward 6 away from the anchor. So it's going to be hard to clear that point. 2-1 will play 5-2. 5-3 will come in. The 6-2 is forced. Now he's looking for a 6-5-1 or 4-2. 5-4 doesn't get it. 5-3 is going to just come around. It was okay to leave that blot there because the DMP gammon losses don't matter. Yeah, it just clears the 6 point. 6-2, bear 2 off. It doesn't leave a shot with an awkward number. And that looks like gin for blue. All right, I will save the match and then we'll analyze it. All right. Here we go. We'll start with game 1. We'll like the arrow. There we go. So the 4-2 is a standard, making the 4 point and 3-1. Okay, so this one was interesting. Running these looks like they were close, but it liked the split. Yeah, I mean, running does duplicate the 4-2 that makes this, but otherwise doesn't do much. This also has the benefit of keeping the back checker communicated with the checker on the 18 point and unstacking the heavy midpoint. The 5-3, I thought it was 2 down. Yeah, it looks like it was 2 down. But look at this. It's an error to make the 3 point. Let's see what it looks like on the plus analysis. No, it's actually close. It's close. So what happens when you make the 3 point is it results in this position. And you do make a third inner board point. There is a gap here, but you break this point. So now, well, the 5-2 doesn't hit, so that makes it a little bit more safe. But otherwise, the other 7, 6-1, and 4-3 hit, and they're somewhat duplicated. 4-3 would be nice to make the 10 point. 6-1, I guess you're going to bring one down and bring it up, but you're going to hit there. Okay, so let's see. What else? The double 6 was nice. Comes out, brings this one down to safety and makes the bar point. 5-4 was too little, too late, and this was a pass. So let's look at this on another board here. And some of the things I like to look at for the doubling decisions is first, let's look at it for money to see what that is. You double a little bit more aggressively here. So look at that. It's a take for money, but it's a pass at this score. So let's do the double take here. Now let's do double take here. So why is that? Well, you want to double a little bit more aggressively at 3-away, 3-away, because a win on a 2-cube, a single win gets you to the Crawford game, which is valuable. Additionally, when the opponent owns the cube, a 2-cube, when they redouble to 4 and they win, they only get value for 3 out of those 4 points. However, for money or unlimited as it is here, white has more value in owning the cube. Because I'm sorry, red has more value in owning the cube because red could always redouble to 4 and win 4 points on that. So yeah, this doesn't take it too much into consideration. See, what happens is the cube full equity is 1.2. Okay, the cubeless equity. Let's see. Let's see if they could do plus on the cubeless. Oh, there you go. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know we could do that. So yeah, it's 1.205. And then what you want to do is multiply this by 2. So that gives 1.304. So that's about 100 millipoints difference. But it's not really that. So what I'm looking at is the value of cube ownership, subtracting the cubeless equity from the cube full equity, but it's not really like that because when you double at oh actually at 3-away it is. So there's like 100 millipoints, whereas here it's about 180, 188. So you have more value in owning the cube there. That's an advanced thing. Okay, so let's look at this and see. So this one was what we were looking at. This was a pass, right? So what could make it a take? If the race were closer, let's say it were like this. Now it's a take. What if this one were here and these ones were back here? This would be a big pass. Even too good to double. Now, what if red had the anchor here? It's a pass. But for money, this would probably be a take. Small take for money. I think it's because of this. If you bring one checker back, now it's not a double. You see that? You lose your market here when you clear the midpoint, and there are no rolls that can clear the midpoint next. However, when you have one checker here, now the doublets like double 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2 would clear the midpoint, and that would be a market losing sequence or half of a market losing sequence because red's lost the roll. All right, let's continue. Here's game 2, again, starting with the 4-2, and then the 6-1 was a standard, making the bar point. 6-5 couldn't move, so when you can't do that, you can't move from the back, you bring these 2 down, okay? Just after an opening 6-1, if you roll 6-5, it's the same play. Then the 6-2, you hit, and then you continue. Notice that bringing this 1 down is an error. Turns out to be a blunder, and that results in this position. So why is that? Well, this is what's called giving good 6s from the bar or diversifying your opponent's numbers. So when you leave this here, now blue must come in with a 1 through 5. So a 6 is not a good number to come in because you cannot come in with a 6. However, now you're leaving him with all these 6s that would otherwise not be good. When you make this play and place it here, the 4 that's needed to hit is already duplicated to come in. So now a 6-4 would not be good, or a 6-1, 6-2, things like that. you always want to think about the good numbers from the bar, and that is look at the dancing numbers. So look at how blues sixes play from the bar. If red were on the bar, you'd like to see how red sixes play and red's fours play, because those are the numbers that don't come in. So you don't want to give them good sixes from the bar or good fours from the bar. It's what I call diversifying your opponent's numbers. You don't want to diversify them. You want to duplicate them. All right. Then the 5-4. Okay, so this one you could hit, but I think this is probably a score thing. So let's look at it on the other board. This is a very good exercise. If we look at it for money, let's see what happens. The two are virtually tied. You see that? So hitting is a little better. It wins more gammons. It does lose more gammons, but it wins more games. Now, at this score, what you want to think about is the gammon value, both at the current level and also the subsequent level of the cube. So here, you see this wins more gammons, but loses more gammons. Let's see. Yeah, hitting wins more gammons and loses more gammons. So you see the gammon value is high for 2 away for the person that has 1. But as soon as the cube has been turned, this person's, the blues gammon values go down to 0. So all these gammons go to 0. So you want to make the more conservative play that loses fewer gammons in preparation for the possibility that the cube gets turned to 2. Okay, you hit this checker so you can win more gammons, but once the cube has been turned to 2, those gammons are completely devalued. On the other hand, the opponent still has value on those gammons, not quite as high as when in the center, but it's about the same as money. Okay, so that's something good to understand. The 4-3 comes up in safeties, and the 5-3. Okay, so look at this. Interesting. Again, I think this is a score thing. It wants to just make the point like that rather than hit, which would look like this. Okay, so let's look at this again for money here. And look, push unlimited games. And you could do that. And here, look at that. They're virtually tied. They're very close. But at this score, this is a 56 millipoint error. Again, it wins a little bit more gammons. It loses many more gammons, which become increasingly valuable at the next cube level. All right, then the 4-3 just comes in and out to the 18 point, and the 6-1 was good. You hit there and you cover, danced, and a 2-1 was great. Brings one down, completes the 5 prime. The 6-3 was a great roll. Basically the best roll. Now he needs a 2, doesn't get it, brings these 2 out, 1 in, and you can't move the back checker. Okay, and then the 4-3 was here. 6-4 was a huge roll, comes out to there, and this was a huge pass despite score. So you see at 2 away, 3 away, if you hit Control-Alt-T, if you pass, you're at 1 away, let's see, 1 away, 3 away Crawford, which is here, 24.92%. Let's say 25%. So here, if you continue the game, you're only 14%. So you're better off passing and being at 32%. Okay, so a lot of people think, oh, when you're the leader in the match, you shouldn't be doubling, but there are times where you can double, like this. This is a good example. Okay, then game 3. Now it's 2-0 Crawford, 1 away, 3 away Crawford, the 6-5, 6-5, 6-5. Now the 5-2 brings 2 down. So this is the same kind of thing that you do against an opening 6-5. You bring the 2 down here. Here you have the advantage of unstacking a heavier midpoint than from the second roll position. 6-3 brings 2 down. You really need to unstack. You have to leave a shot anyway. The 6-1 was good. It hits and then slides over. 3-2 comes in and hits. 5-1 comes in. Could have also played like this. Let's see how close that is on the plus analysis. It's close. It's close. 5-1 covers that bar point. Now with the 4-2, you unstack, make the 4 points. Great roll. Double 2. Okay, so look, doesn't make this 7-5 twice, 6-4 twice. You really and that results in this position. This does make the rack the best 3-point board, but it gives blue an opportunity to run with a 6-5. Even a 6-4 or 6-3 would be good. After this play, cannot run. Even a 6-4 is blocked. So with a 6-4, wouldn't make that point with point on head. So that's what you want to do when the race is close. You want to prime. So despite that, with a 6-2, ran 6-2 hits again and brings one down. Now the 5-3 was an error. Okay, so it didn't like that coming in on the 5-point. Yeah, when you come in on the 5-point, there are just too many shots. Like basically fives are the only thing that's not good. If you come in here, those rolls are good anyway, but at least here, you're at the edge of the possible prime, and you may be able to leap the prime. Let's see what happens if you were like this. Because now if you come in with a 3, you're not at the edge of the prime. See, now you really have to be here. Because if you come in here and now red makes the prime with a 6-1, 6-2, or 2-1, or double 2 or double 1, now you're in big trouble. Whereas in this position, if that were the case, since this were not made, it's you can still jump out. So that's a key thing. So the 6-1 pointed on head, the 5-3, the 3 was forced. Looks like it preferred 8-3. But they were close. Oh yeah, 8-3. You don't need to be afraid of slotting because gammon losses don't matter. So a DMP, or this is a DMP-like score where gammon losses don't matter. All right, then the double 3 hits, comes up and brings one down. Although these plays were all close, didn't matter, but you have to hit 9-3. Okay, and then it was a 6-4, comes out and covers. 2-1 comes in and hits. 6-1 was good, comes in to hit and come out. 3-1 comes in and you have to hit. You're trying to make a counter prime. The 4-2, the 2 was forced, and the 4, you come in. 6-2, you make the bar point, and then you try to slot the back of the back of the prime to make the next point. 6-3 was a great roll, comes out completely. 4-1, yep, could have made the 5 point. It looks like these were close. And then the 4-2 here, yeah, I didn't really understand this one. I don't think you need to. If you make this play, it results in this position. You do leave a 6-1. I know there are blots, but that's like the only way that blue can win. So you don't want to really give him that opportunity when you have a reasonable alternative anyway. 4-3 starts to make the board and the prime, and the 3-2 safeties. 10-7, 10-8 was a little better because it remakes the prime. 5-1 makes the board. Could have gone 7-6. Doesn't really matter. The 6-6-2, 10-4, 6-4. Yeah, this was a blunder. So should have played like this, resulting in this position. The other play left this awkward stack. So how are you going to play like a 6-5 next? Or a 6-4 or 6-3? You know, it's really awkward. Now here you roll a 6-5, at least you can make the 2 point. 4-1 just slots the next point. 4-3 clears, okay. And 2-1 you have to split, although slightly prefers this. Looks like all these top plays were close. But that was an error. Uh, doesn't like splitting because when you split here like this, it results in this position. Now you're giving like double ones, double twos, all sorts of things. And here, let's see. Yeah, I guess it gains on things like 6-5, but that's about it. All right. So 3-1 comes in. 6-2 just plays on the side. 5-3 makes the point on head. 5-1 clears the 6 point. 6-3. There was nothing much here to look at. Missed that shot, and then that's it for the third game. Now for game 4, final game, double match point. 5-4 standard split, and you want to fight for the high points, which is why you come down and hit loose there. Then the 3-2 hits back. There's oftentimes a hitting exchange again with this 4-3 coming and hit. Double 3. So comes in, steps up, and makes the 5 point. That's really strong. With the 4-1, you could have also pointed on head, but the purity is a little bit better. You don't really care about being hit here because you already have multiple checkers back. So pointing on head, resulting in this position. You don't want to leave the gap. You want to make that prime, and then you make the 4 point next. So 4-2 is able to hit twice, coming in, unstacking the point, putting 2 on the bar. 5-3 was a poor roll for red. Double 6 covers and then comes out. Always look for those. Now the 2-1 was good, makes the 1-3, but not sufficient timing. You need almost like 80 to 100 pips of timing for a reasonable timed 1-3 game. So the 5-1 comes down and slides 6-5. The double 6 ruins the timing, but you can make the 18 point like that and the bar point. 5-1 just plays safe. And then makes the next point. Now with the 4-2 here, this is fine. Another double 4 now brings this down and makes the point. Double 1, yeah, you just clear that point. The 5-2 slots the next one. And this one, yeah. The other thing I was looking at, possibly, I know it does play it fast, is this, but that's actually a blunder because it results in this position. Now things are going to be awkward. Look at the 5s. The 5s are blocked from here and from here. So look at what happens with like a double 5 or a 6-5 or like, yeah, 6-5 is the bad one. Okay. Then the double 4. Okay, it liked keeping 1 back. So let's do the plus analysis here. Yeah, look at that. It covers and it keeps another checker. You don't really care about being hit. Gammon losses don't matter at this score. 3-2 clears but creates a double gap. 6-1 just makes the board, okay? And the 5-4 clears 2 off of that high point. 3-2 doesn't matter. Let's see what happens here. 2-1 plays behind. 5-3 comes around. Could have saved the 6. Yep, looks like they were tied. Then this was forced. The 5-4. Okay, looks like these ones are close. Let's see. 22-17. Oh, 22-18. Oh, wow, that's interesting. It prefers 27, this one. I don't know. Versus this position versus this position. I'll have to look at that in analysis later. What else though? Then there was the 5-3. safe, 4-1, 3-1, and then what was this 5-1? Yeah, 5-1 should have just played 2 off here. What happens here is you leave 5 checkers here, so if you roll a double 5 or double 6, it leaves a shot, whereas if you make this play, it doesn't. Always want to keep an eye out for the number of checkers on the highest point. You want to try to keep the number of checkers on the highest point an even number, and also the combined number of checkers on the 2 highest points an even number. So if you have 6 checkers on the highest point, that's really safe. Even 8 checkers or 7 checkers is okay too, even though that's odd. That's usually, it doesn't happen because you don't really put too many checkers on a single point. But that's good so you don't leave a shot with a double. Okay. And then it was 4-3. Cleared that one. So again, it didn't want to do this, which results in this because this is odd even. Now, there are a lot of rolls that will leave a shot here. 6-5, 6-4, 6-3, 6-2 and 6-1 are okay. 5-4, 5-3. Fours are good. So that's 5 non-doublets along with double 4s or better. So that's 10 plus 3 is 13 numbers leave a shot here. Here, it's really only double 4, 5, and 6 that leave a shot, 3 numbers. All right, and then this is where you do that. Yep, you don't play 5-3 here. And that was it. And that was the match. Okay, so that was another valuable and educational match between the bot versus bot. I learned a lot by watching these ones. It's just about a matter of studying and improving. And when you look at different positions, you can study. It doesn't matter if you played them, someone else played them, the bot plays them. The advantage of this is the bot plays it automatically. You can watch, you can adjust the settings to make it go a little slower. So you can watch it like I did here. Or you can just see the analysis and it automatically transcribes it. So you can look at it and then you can do things like position modification, move a checker here, move a checker there, copy it and paste it onto a different board to see what happens. That'll help, as well as the score modification. So we saw when we changed those scores from three-way to money or two-way, three-way or whatever, you can change the score and see what happens. And that teaches you a lot about match play. So I highly recommend that. So that was another Backgammon Bot versus Bot video. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe and you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. Let me know what you think in the comments below, what you'd like to see in future videos so I can work on that. I appreciate your super thanks. These small donations help me continue to create the high quality content that you enjoy. And with a membership feature, you can get exclusive access to the most popular videos. Again, my book, Backgammon Backgame Strategies, is available. There's a link in the description to where you can get it. And if you're interested in lessons, please contact me via email. My email address is also in the description. I look forward to seeing you in future videos. And until then, keep rolling your dice.